First story is The Sculptor of Endings. On the edge of known space, the Ethelgard drifted, a research vessel studying a celestial corpse, the Shrouded Star. It wasn't dead, but dying in reverse, collapsing into perfect, timeless narrative stasis. It emitted the lament, a signal that wasn't light or sound, but compressed story. The tragic, beautiful tale of a star that froze its own death into art. Dr. Eris Thorne, the narrative ontologist, had listened for 3 years. He was the universe's expert on a tale that broke his heart. His job was to analyze its structure, to understand the physics of a story so complete it bent local reality. The lament was flawless. A hero's journey, a love lost, a sacrifice, a masterpiece, and he hated it. He discovered the terrible truth. The lament wasn't a recording. It was a script. The star was enforcing its story. Any consciousness that came too close would find their own narrative rewritten. Lost loves, doomed heroism. A beautiful trap. Eris had felt its pull. His own memories reshaped themselves. He fought it with data, logic, mental firewalls. He was losing. The crisis came. The engineer, Kira, tried to make the core sing back to the star. It would have vaporized them all beautifully. Ari stopped her just in time. He used a narrative dampener, a blast of pure, randomized noise. It broke the story's hold. He realized he couldn't just defend. He had to attack the story itself. He had to write a new ending for the Shrouded Star. But you couldn't fight a story with facts. You had to fight it with a better story. Or better yet, with no story at all. He erased the elegant analysis from his screens and pulled raw chaos from the archives. A child's unfinished doodle. A folk song with no moral. A diary entry about a boring Tuesday. The tiny, unresolved, pointless moments that made up a real life. He wove them together and broadcast not a tale, but a collage. Messy, contradictory, human. He aimed it at the star's core. At first, nothing. The lament continued, majestic and unchanging. Then, a stutter. A single perfect chord faltered, replaced by a half-second of static that sounded like a laugh. The pristine structure had no defense against lived experience. The tragic love story warped. It acquired a coda where the lovers simply grew old and bored together. The hero's sacrifice was followed by an administrative inquiry about paperwork and pensions. Aris watched with an artist's hope.